Hi everyone, this is Grace. How are you? This is the book I always want you to read. The title is The 100-Year Life, written by a professor of London University School of Business. Sorry, I am from School of Public Health, UCLA, but this person is a business school, University of London. And in this book, the professor says most likely we would be living all the way up to age 100 and we would be working, we were working until age 80. How about that? So let's redesign your life. Let's rethink about your life plan. That's my purpose of doing this Facebook Live. And I am doing this for 1 year, 365 days. Thank you so much for your support and the friendship. Today is day 103. For the first time in this Facebook Live, I'd like to talk a little bit about Feng Shui. I am doing Feng Shui. I am a Feng Shui expert. And but there's no, I'm not a financial advisor, and I am only telling you, sharing you my personal story. So please remember that Feng Shui is not everything. I was 25 years old when I became poor because my father became sick. He had to go under emergency surgery, and I have to fly home to see my father. And in Japan, we have government health insurance, just like UK or just like Canada. So when you go under surgery, you could stay 2 months, 3 months without worry about the hospital fee. And then you pay very small amount compared to United States. So here he was in the hospital 2-3 months, and one telephone call to the United States changed my whole life. I called my boss. I said, can I have leave of absence? My father is sick. He's going to be in the hospital for 2-3 months. So you don't have to pay me, but I just want you to keep my spot so I can come back and work. You know what my boss said? Back then, the United States did not have family leave of absence. They only had maternity leave, but they didn't give you leave of absence if you want to take care of your sick parents or your family. So my boss said, oh, sorry, Grace, you have only 2 choices. Either you fly back tomorrow to work, or please turn in a letter of resignation. That's how I lost my hospital job. I lost my job. But it's up to you how you can make negative thing to become positive thing. So because of that negative thing, I lost my hospital work. I have to think, gosh, I thought I was the cream of the crop. I have 2 master's degrees from UCLA and USC. They are the top university in California or in the west side of the United States, along with Stanford and Caltech and the UCLA and the USC. They are the top universities. I have 2 master's degrees, and here I am. I lost my job. So I was thinking, how in the world rich people are rich? Why rich people are rich? I was 25 years old with a 2 master's degree. I found out rich people are rich because they have passive income or residual income. And I thought I was the cream of the crop, but I became poor because I lost my job that was active income. You know, this is the thing university never teaches you. There are active income, passive income. Because once they tell you, many people don't have to go to university, right? You can just start your own business. You can start doing investment, and you can have residual income. You don't have to have a degree to be wealthy, actually. So thank goodness I was only 25 years old to learn it. And that's when my husband and I had regular job, But also we start doing investment. And there are mainly three kinds of investments you can do to have residual income. One is the stock market. So why those people are rich? Because they are one of the biggest shareholder, individual shareholders. They get tons of dividends rolling in, so they don't have to work, right? And number two could be your interest income. Today, you put 1 year CD, you get perhaps 1%. So this kind of passive income is not good. But back then, under Carter administration, like 1 year CD was 8%. Can you believe? And also, when you look around, there are other countries, but also high risk, but there are other developing countries. You can put your 1 year certificate of deposit. Perhaps you can get 5%, 10%, but you are on your own. You have to take a risk of that country. The country might go under. Now, the third area of investment where you could have passive income was real estate. So that's why at the age 25, I had another job, W-2 worker, but also my husband and I start investing in property. And also, that's when I learned about Feng Shui. Feng Shui is a Chinese way of analyzing or appraising property. Because they believe there is a qi energy, and then each house has that energy. So if you find a house or a building of a good energy, everybody will be happy and rich. But if the energy is bad, most likely you might always have fighting, or your marriage might be broken, or you're going to be sick, or you don't have money or bad money luck. So that's a Chinese Feng Shui. And I am an expert. I publish a book about Feng Shui. But again, today my purpose is not try to solicit you the business, okay? Because I'm already too busy. So thank you so much. But I'm not open to new customers or new clients. And I mainly do Feng Shui for my own investment. So Feng Shui is not everything. But today, just enjoy listening to my story. So in Feng Shui, there are three major types of Feng Shui and the school of Feng Shui. And the style I do is called Flying Star Feng Shui. My style is more logical and common sense. And in my Feng Shui, there are 4 types of properties. Either could be house, could be commercial building, but there are 4 types. The most luckiest home or building is good for money, good for people. Good for money, meaning if you are there, you would have nice income coming in. And then good for people, meaning you would have, love, lots of love, good relationship. And also good for money means good health. So you would be blessed with a good relationship and a good health. So that's the best type of home that I always look for when I do investment. Now, the other side, the worst kind of a house, you can easily tell is bad for money and bad for people. Meaning, when you live in the house or when your office is in that building, most likely you would have money luck get stagnant. You might have a financial hardship. And bad for people, meaning bad for your love relationship. Maybe your husband and wife constantly fighting or end up divorce, or the house for widows, meaning one person passed away, that's an energy for widow. And also health. So bad for people can be bad for your health. You might have constantly having some disease, chronic ailment, or some psychological issues, something like that. So those are the kind of house you like to avoid. Now, last week, I found the property that I like. And I don't always carry my Feng Shui compass, so I use my iPhone. iPhone has a compass, right? But again, please be careful. The compass from iPhone is different from compass that Feng Shui people use. So I use the iPhone compass, take that direction, and I went home and I did some analysis based upon my iPhone reading. Did that house turn out to be dumb kids? Meaning, if you stay in the house, you become pregnant or you have kids, your kids might be dumb. Or if it is your business, commercial building, kids can be your subordinates, your employees. So in that energy, and if you happen to use that property for business, you would have dumb employees. So either way, it's not right? But again, that was just based upon the direction reading from my iPhone. So today, I went back to the property with my Feng Shui compass. So one thing I find out, well, this is true. The direction you see in your iPhone or whatever the compass is different from the Feng Shui compass that we use, because there are two kinds of directions. But anyway, I'm not going to go into detail. If you're interested, just buy my book and I discuss that. But anyhow, so today I found out there were 10 degrees difference between the iPhone compass and my Feng Shui compass. So I took a reading based upon my Feng Shui compass, and oh my God, the house or the property I was interested in was worst one. Bad for money, bad for people. So too bad. So that is one of the criteria. Of course, again, I repeat many times, Feng Shui is not everything, okay? Feng Shui is not everything. But to me, it is one of the very important factors for me to make a decision whether or not I'm going to go for it. So unfortunate. I love the property so much, but according to my Feng Shui, it was the worst case scenario. Bad for money and bad for people. And just for your information, the house I have right now, it took me over 100 properties. I have to keep searching. I finally found this house. So my house, naturally, the best case scenario, good for money and good for people. And good for people means good for husband and wife marriage relationship, and good for health. So fortunately, all of us in my house are very happy. We are a happy family. And money-wise, so far so good. We do have some financial crisis, but we always find a way to solve it. Okay, so again, today I just share with you my personal story about how I use Feng Shui for my investment. But please remember, Feng Shui is not everything. There's always individual differences, and I'm not here to sell my Feng Shui consulting business, okay? I'm just telling you my personal story. I'm so disappointed. This particular property I found last week, I love it, but according to my Feng Shui, that's the worst property. So I have to let go. All right, that's all for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.